Welcome back to Great Day Washington. Boy, the wintertime, it can sure be tough on our bodies for many reasons. We are spending more time indoors, so we get less sunlight in general. And also, we have a tendency to eat more comfort food during the cold season as well.
But it is important to keep your immune system at its best. So we talked to Dr. Seema Bonney, who shares some biohacks that can improve your health.
Dr. Bonney, this is exciting because I'm so excited for your tips. Biohacks, let's start there. What are biohacks to begin with?
So biohacking is basically the science of tweaking your own biology and chemistry to achieve certain desired endpoints. So say you want to lose weight, or maybe you want to have more energy or more mental clarity. All of those things can actually be achieved by different things that we do or don't do through the course of a day. And it's actually really exciting because it makes you realize how much more power you have than just letting things happen.
Yeah, so let's start with a couple of them. One that we see so much is intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
And some people claim it works, some people claim it doesn't. What does intermittent fasting do for your body?
Intermittent fasting is actually basically cycling periods of fasting and eating, and it's actually really flexible. So some people do the 16-8, where you don't eat for 16 hours and you eat for 8. Others will do a 12-12, and for other people, sometimes they do these 2 or 3 day fasts, which have these like extended anti-aging benefits that studies have shown us you can get. But it's actually pretty flexible. So it's a few different methods and ways you can do it. But what happens basically is you're pushing the number of hours that you're eating into a shorter amount of time. Now, that doesn't mean you can just kind of go crazy at that, like you're able to eat for 12 hours and eat whatever, or the 16-8. You should still eat, in a healthful, intentional way, the way our patients generally do, but it's just in a shorter period of time. So we've seen people have lots of success. It's known that intermittent fasting reduces your risk of diabetes, heart disease, Alzheimer's, and we've seen patients lose weight. Now, it's not necessarily for everybody, but it probably does work for most people.
Okay, I've seen cold therapy, or I've seen celebrities jumping in really cold,
right,
like pools or whatever. Can we do that, and what are the benefits?
Yeah, we can definitely do that. And so, yeah, we've seen these athletes and even all kinds of other people jump in like cold plunges or little tubs where they have all kinds of it's ice in it.
Yeah,
but something as simple as turning your shower on really cold the last minute you're in there, or at least starting with a minute, that actually works just as easy. So you don't have to get in your car and drive to a cryo tank and for 2 to 3 minutes of treatment. It's something as simple as just getting in your shower, starting with a minute and then increasing it over time to maybe 3 minutes. And initially it feels really shocking to the system, but you're gonna notice as you do it more and more that you actually, will feel, more mental clarity, and it actually feels really refreshing, because some of what cryotherapy does is actually it reduces inflammation in your body. So that's a nice little biohack too. It might be a little tough in the winter for some of us.
It's so cold.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's better for the spring, but it's definitely something that really works and helps a lot of our patients.
Well, we also know the importance of vitamin D, and we know we can get that from the sun or just being outside. What is sun therapy? How does that help us?
So sun therapy basically is getting out, in the morning time is actually when it's most beneficial, and getting some sun at the beginning of the day. So that actually has a lot of different side effects for mood. It actually helps you sleep at night. In fact, the more intense the morning sunlight is, the more melatonin you make at night, which is going to help you sleep better. So exercising in the morning is great, or even if you're just having your coffee or smoothie in front of a big window. Also, studies have shown us that even if you can't get that sun on the way to work, you can even have artificial lights that in as much as 30 minutes a day can actually give you a lot of that benefit. So that's one natural way to get your vitamin D. But honestly, above the latitude of Richmond, Virginia, for us in the East Coast, it's really hard to get enough vitamin D to get to where optimal amounts are. We're not talking about the huge range of vitamin D where you can be on, basically close to the bottom end of it. You really want to be optimal. You want your immune system to be primed to basically attack whatever it's looking at the time, whether it's COVID or some other another virus, it needs to really be, like 55 to 60 levels. And in order for that to happen, a lot of us really do need supplementation of vitamin D. So as we say in our practice, we never guess. We always test our values, so you know what you're doing and doing it in a scientific way. But vitamin D really should be part of any preventative yearly testing for patients so that you can guide the amount you need to take as a result.
We can do all of these. I feel like you can incorporate all of these very easily into your routine and then stay a little bit younger, right, Dr. Bonney? Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Such great ideas. I thought about the cold shower, but I was like, no, it's too cold. I want a warm one.
I enjoy it. Do it at the end. It's not too bad. Dr. Seema Bonney is the founder of the Anti-Aging and Longevity Center of Philadelphia. So go look her up for more great ideas.